Following a parliamentary resolution last week calling for the interdiction of Pius Bigirimana, the Permanent Secretary in the Office of the Prime Minister, some MPs are planning to take on the Prime Minister Amama Mbabazi if he fails to take action against Bigirimana.
Now, if the Prime Minister does not make government comply with the parliamentary resolution, then Parliament has two courses of action. One is to bring contempt of Parliament proceedings against him, and subsequently move a vote of censure against him.
Failure by Prime Minister to take action, according to Niwagaba, amounts to contempt of Parliament.
The principal accountant in the Prime Minister's office, plus the Permanent Secretary, in God's name, who is seeing us in broad daylight, they know where this money is. There's no question about it.
This will not be the MP's first attempt to censure Mbabazi. The first time was when Mbabazi was being accused of receiving bribes from the oil companies. That attempt, however, hit a snag. While Niwagaba cites Article 118 of the Constitution in taking on Mbabazi, the same Constitution and the rules of procedure of Parliament are silent about censoring a Prime Minister and a Vice President. Last week, the Permanent Secretary Pius Bigirimana refused to honor the Parliament's resolution that he steps aside, instead referring the matter to the appointing authority, who is the President.
I wait for the appointing authority, so I wait to be informed. There is a way of communication is done. You don't just get it from, you don't get it on television or there is a form of communication that has to come.
Meanwhile, MPs from Acholi sub-region will on Wednesday this week meet donors and seeking to urge them to change methods of disbursing money to northern Uganda. They want donors to instead give the money directly to the community.
We are going to hold a meeting on Wednesday, and we are going to, our target is to meet the donors themselves, including those who have not put their money into the basket. The second approach would be to urge these donors entirely not to cut off their aid. Rather, donors should find another option of channeling the money directly the way the Americans are doing theirs. And we think this can still save the poverty-stricken people who have a lot.
Countries like Norway, Ireland, Denmark and Sweden contributed to 1.1 trillion shillings PRDP fund, but other donors like Americans and European Union are dealing directly with the community.
What you need to do is don't put your money into the basket. That money will be stolen. There are only one donor group who listen to us, and to some extent another one, the European Union. And for them, it's direct implementation. The other second group of donors who we believe were also serious, they listen to us, were the Americans. Americans have never given their money into the basket for PRDP.
The NRM caucus members are also meeting at State House Entebbe to discuss oil bills, and the Bigirimana saga was expected to be raised in the meeting. Jingo Francis, NTV Parliament.